Asahi Linux is definitely the easiest to install Linux distribution ever. All you have to do is copy the line in the green felt into a terminal and follow the instructions. All you have to decide is how much space you want to leave for macOS. In my case, I have 512 gigabyte. I left 300 for macOS, 200 for Linux, and choose KDE Desktop to install. Then it will download and install, and after everything is downloaded comes the important part that you will have to shut down the MacBook completely. Make sure it's not in clamshell mode, because as soon as you lift the top, the system will start and you missed the right installation method. So make sure it's not in clamshell mode. Then press and hold the start button until the start menu option will show up. You will have to enter your password 2 times and the username, and after this it will start into your Linux. So press and hold the start button until the start menu option shows up. Then you can release the button and you will find the options for Asahi KDE. Select it and it will start into recovery option. There you have to enter the password. The whole process takes 3 to 5 minutes and 2 reboots. You're in KDE. One of the first things in Fedora Linux is increasing the upgrade speed by getting more parallel downloads. The standard is 3 parallel downloads, but it's too slow and can block if it not going through. This is 20 and is in this case much. To upgrade the parallel downloads, you have to edit the configuration file. I don't like to use nano, I like to use Midnight Commander. That way it's much more convenient. So I install the Midnight Commander by sudo dnf install mc. It's already installed here. Then switch to the directory cd etc dnf. Then we start Midnight Commander, select the dnf config file, press F4 to edit the file, and there we add the line max parallel downloads equals 20. 20 is the maximum, 30 is still 20. For my case, it's so much faster, as problematic download does not block the other parallel downloads. It's much faster. After the primary step, we go and install the software we would like to use. Sudo dnf, there's a dnf missing, sudo dnf install Chromium and all the other applications. You can write them all together in one line and just click enter. You don't need to install applications one by one, just add as many as you want. Let's address a serious issue on the RAM usage because of the page file system 16 versus 4 kilobyte. All applications used here use much more RAM than they use on an AMD system if they are not optimized for the M1 page file. That means in this case we are already at 12 gigabytes and 3 gigabytes of RAM, virtual RAM usage. That means we will run into a bottleneck, and the pre-configured 10 gigabyte of swap file are not enough, absolutely not enough for multitasking, multi-monitor work. 24 gigabytes, however, are fine. So you have to reconfigure the swap file, delete the old swap file, as ButterFS does not allow resizing. You need to delete the file, add a new file into the file system. Best to ask ChatGPT to make it the best way for your system. I did ask Gemini to guide me through this whole process. There are so many steps. You have to delete the old file, create the new file, edit the FS type entry, and the configuration file might differ from each system, so it's best to just take a screenshot of your FS tab then ask Gemini or ChatGPT to make the changes for you, copy this over, and then you will be fine. 24 gigabytes, this is a good sweet spot. I did not have any issues. Having multiple browsers often, and Steam, and other applications, and the game, 10 gigabyte is not enough. Within 5 minutes, I'm running into the lack of swap or memory issue. So 24 is fine. I have no issue with it. So that's my recommendation here. USB-C display alt video adapter don't work. There is no output here, and it's still not yet fixed. What works are display link adapters actually. I do have the 6500 chipset that allows two 4K 60 Hz screens connected, which I have. Just install them from the GitHub page and they just work fine. After you've downloaded the file, just install them with the terminal sudo dnf install, pull the file from the file manager into the windows for the link, press enter, and you got it installed. And you can see here I have two 4K screens connected and they work just fine. 60 Hz, 4K, no issue. And also the 5K screen I also have here works also fine. Everything with the display link adapters is no issue. Just deactivate the integrated screen. There's a flickering and this does not play very nice. But two screens connected to display link, no issue at all. It's just fine. By default, Linux distributions only provide free codec. That means most of the codecs that are non-free or closed cannot be loaded, and these make also your Steam client crash on Asahi. You have to install the Fusion repository, then download GStreamer library and the FFmpeg plugin. Then your Steam won't crash every 5 seconds after you've done this. And also, most of the videos require one of those codecs installed in this package. Watching Linux challenges, I know that many people complain about Dolphin, especially if you use it in Ubuntu. It does not make fun because it's missing so many plugins that OpenSUSE has installed and makes it a great file manager. Asahi has plugins installed. If they are not installed, like the 7-zip or UNRWA, it will install and will make your life so much easier and make it actually like Dolphin. The admin plugin allows you to use administrator right within Dolphin without doing sudo. In the navigation line, type admin : the prompt to input the password will show up. Enter it and use administration right. Pair this with split view. If you click on F3, you get split view, and you can manipulate from administrator side to normal user on the other side.